Okay, hey everybody. Welcome to tonight's call. Officially, we have a special guest tonight. We're going to be talking about ways to get 500 PRV in 1 month. That includes using fundraisers to help get you there. And this is one of the, just as a reminder, this is one of the bingo, the spring summer incentive bingo check off things, one of the boxes. And so we wanted to make sure we talk about this. And this is great for anybody, even if you're not intentionally working the bingo. So Mary Sarah Hool, she's waving over there. Is it Hool? I didn't know your last name. I just know you were
It's
Mary
Hool.
Sarah.
It's Hool.
Cool. Okay, Mary Sarah. She began her Cincy journey in 2020. She's a retired national compliance expert from the transportation industry, but if you ask her, she never truly stepped away from the field. When she's not managing her Cincy business or leading her island of misfits, you can find her quilting or finishing her degree in law. Oh my gosh, that's so cool. Or crafting some new way to annoy Paul with her next creative, crazy project. She's a wife to Paul. She can tell you she is a straight shooter, and her go to scent is lemon verbena, which she unapologetically stockpiles. That's a great intro. I love that.
Thanks. I actually had to do it for the Chamber of Commerce the other day, and I was like, I have no idea what to write. So here you go. It's me in less than a minute.
It's
So
great. Thanks for volunteering to speak tonight. Go for
yeah.
it.
Hi, Amy. Okay, so hi guys. If you haven't met me, I am Mary Sarah. This is actually a topic that I really, really, really love to talk about. Like, I don't know how to just I don't know. Like, there's just something about it about 500. Like, I know our active, and I'm gonna say this before we get really underway. I know active is now 250 or 225 or something like that. Like, I know this, but as a leader, our active is 500. Like, and to me, that is what you should always be shooting for, is the 500. 250 is my backup if I can't do it or whatever, but 500 is that's what I do. That's my goal every month, is 500. Under normal circumstances, it's usually done within like the first week or two of the month. Um, this month I'm like, taking my time because I know everything's loaded at the back end of the month. So for me, like, I know I'll hit my numbers and stuff like that. But the first thing I do every month is I pick my goal. So whatever your goal is it to hit superstar director numbers, or is it to hit lead numbers, whatever it is. And I divide that number by how many days in the month. And that's what I have to do every single day to hit that number. And guys, I'm going to tell you, you'll hit your 500 within the first 2 weeks if you do it. I know that sounds crazy, but you'll hit your numbers that you need to be able to hit that 500 within your first 2 weeks if you break it down. And it's very, very simple. If it's 500 divided by 30 days, let's say there's 30 days, that's $33.33 a day. Guys, that is a literally a six pack of wax. Like, that's what it is. And if that is the one thing you go and talk to everybody about, is that 6 pack of wax, you can literally get one person, no matter how many people you speak to, like, and you'll get it. Oh, by the way, I know you guys are asking questions. I will answer all of them at the end, because if not, I'm going to be rabbit ball rabbit holing. Um so that's what I do. Like, I break it down. And I'm going to be honest, I have lots of income producing activities. Like, I tell my team all the time, if you need ideas, come to me. I'll give you I got a list of 100 different ways. And then we also have ChatGPT to give you ways if you don't want to come to me. But some of them are depending on what my goal is for the month. So like I said, my goal is always 500, always 500. But sometimes, yeah, I want to build my team. Like, my month is about building a team, or whether it's Sensi Club, or whether it's getting a fundraiser going. Like, whatever it is, one of my income producing activities for that day jive into whatever my other goals are. So if it's, let's just say it's about social media because that's everybody's big thing right now. So one of my income producing activities is creating a post that runs to everybody I know on social media: Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, or X, and formerly known as Twitter, Pinterest, LinkedIn, YouTube, all of that. And it literally says, tell me your favorites. And it's a thread. And it literally is me holding a bar of lemon verbena and a pod. And I'm holding it up and I say, tell me your favorite. And it's just to get it going. And then as people comment, I will talk to them. Oh my God, I love it. Oh my gosh, have you tried it with this? And it starts that conversation flow. So I'm not necessarily selling. I'm not saying, hey, buy this, but it's getting people talking. And then I eventually say, hey, can I place an order for you? Hey, would you like me to bundle that up for you? Would you like me to make you a shopping link? Whatever my phrase is for that moment. Another one is creating a video. And I'm telling you guys, when I hate videos, I hate being on video. I don't like talking to people on videos. But one of those things that I do is a 15-second video, and it's me smelling my lemon verbena. And guys, I do have it, so it's like, especially my pods when they no longer work. I actually have a set that I use for my videos, and it's me smelling it, and it says, "Want to review this for me?" And that's all it says. I'm not speaking. It's just me smelling my pods, and it says, "Do you want to review this for me?" And then I send it to my VIPs. Not everybody on my list, just my VIP customers. Those ones that and we all have them, that spend like at least every month or every other month, and they're like 100, 200, 300, 400, $500, and they're like, we know that they should be in Scentsy with us, but we're too chicken to ask them. Okay, those are the ones I send it to. And I sit there and I say, you want to review this? And they say, sure. And I say, okay, here you go. And I send them a sample of whatever it is. Okay, because I'm not going to have them tell me how my lemon verbena smells, because I already know what it smells like. I like my lemon verbena. So it's things like that. It's doing simple income producing activities every day. It doesn't have to be sending a text message that says, hey, do you need anything? Because guys, that is out with the old, that we don't need to do that anymore. Yes, that is a great way if you're just starting out and you have new customers. But truth be told, we've all been doing this a little while. If you've been in here at least 2 days, you've been doing this a little while, and you can have a much more detailed conversation to hit that 500. It's being intentional. One thing that Aaron heard me talk about is my calendar. Like, I'm a digital girl, don't get me wrong, but I'm also a paper girl. And guys, my paper is like this. Literally, it is all right here, all written down, and it's all color coded, and it tells me what my income producing activity is for the day. That way, I'm not always doing the same thing. It's different things every day. And I break my days down that way, because then I'm not going down and I'm not spending 3 hours doing something. Before I go any further, the one thing I want to tell you, if it is not making you money, it is not considered an income producing activity. So doing your samples and watching trainings, those are all great and they're gonna help you. But guys, if it's not putting you in front of a sale, putting you in front of a booking, or helping you build your team, if you want to do that, it's not going to lead you to dollars. It's not going to like ditch it. I hate to say it that way. Spend a day doing it, whether it's Saturday, Sunday, 7 o'clock at night, and you're watching TV and your kids are running around and you need to like ditch off for the night, do it then. During the day, during your working hours, make sure it is what will bring you money. That is really, honestly, that. Fundraisers, guys, I'm going to be honest. I love fundraisers. One of my biggest fundraisers right now, I'm actually helping one of my team members do it. She works for, she lives in an apartment complex, and they are doing a scent circle one. And it's truly doing it Wendy Heath New Gas's way of doing it. Like, I'm going to be honest, I didn't recreate the wheel. I literally use Wendy's way of doing it. I break it down step by step by step for my customers, and I do it that way. So yeah. Um, I talked a whole lot faster than I was expecting to. I am so sorry. Okay, let's go to questions. I know there was one. How do you keep from feeling discouraged if you miss a day's goal? Carrie, I'm going to tell you I don't miss a day's goal, and you know why? Because I have a dollar. I have a dollar system, and literally what I do is I go, and every time I get a no, whether whatever I'm doing, if I get a no, I literally pay myself a dollar. And when I hit a yes, I put all that money back. And then that way, when I hit my $100 for my no's, $100, 100 no's, I get to go spend the money. And let me just tell you, if you could see my crazy going on everywhere, I have a whole lot of quilting stuff that I'm doing. I'm in the middle of a huge quilting project right now. Super excited about that. But that is what I spend my money on, is my quilting stuff. It's buying stuff for Scentsy. It's buying, new things. It's buying, I have an entire thing here that is nothing but stickers because I love stickers and I love sending out stickers. So that is what I don't miss my day's goal because I keep going until I hit that. Literally, I pay myself to hit that. So there's that question. Okay. What other questions do you guys have? Like, this is more of an open thing. Like, I don't
I have a
not
question.
yeah.
So you held up your planner and you had all the sticky notes, and I saw some wide-eyed, like googly eyes, like people, the planner people, they're like, "Ooh, I like what's going on here." Some people were
Yes.
maybe just were overwhelmed. So if you're overwhelmed, maybe don't listen. But for those of us who are like, "Ooh, what's going on there?" How do you decide what to do? And like, do you use the same sticky notes? Do you just move them over and say, "Okay, I did this month or last week or whatever?" And like, what are
So
the things,
I
what are some of the things you're doing?
so this is a crazy. This is my crazy. Hold on. Let me get open to a day that I've already done. So this is, and I use, guys, I'm gonna be honest, I use the one from Scentsy. It works for me. Okay. It works. So of course I have the month here, and this is when I write down all the important things that I need to know. For example, birthdays, when certain bills are due, things like that. That is literally what I do here. Okay. And then, oh, I guess I didn't. Oh, okay. This is one of my shows. So each color represents something different. Green um is for things that make me money, aka my income producing activity. And I literally put one for each and every day, okay, for the entire week. And it's like I said, it's always different. And then I have ones for my training, one for my trainings that I'm doing for my team versus, which is blue. Pink is trainings that I'm doing for myself. Orange is for things that I do that I need to do, like cleaning wise, whether it's for my house, for my business, it's whatever, it's orange. That's what I do for cleaning. Okay. That way I at least clean one thing a day. Because let's be honest, if we don't, we get crazy. Um, and then purple is for my team. That is when I reach out to my team or those I adopted, and I message them and I talk to them. And I usually try and get those that are zeros or less, or are not active yet or haven't been active in like a month. And I talk to them, and I literally will text message or Facebook message or call them on the phone, and I or Zoom or Google Meet or however I choose to do it. And I talk to them and I say, okay, what's going on? How can I help you? Because part of my feeling as a leader is, it's not for me to hit my numbers to get paid at title. It's not just about me selling, it's about making sure those underneath me get the help that they need. And then um the last one, that always changes. I'm going to be honest, guys. That one always changes. This peachy color, that one always changes. But as I get done with each one, I rip it off, crumple it up, because there is something to be said. And I don't know who said it, but somebody told me one time that when you crumple something up and you throw it away, it's it makes you feel like you accomplished something. So that's what I do. And then it leaves me a whole open area, and I write down my positives, 5 positive things, because I have that big open area now. I write down 5 positive things that happened for the day and 5 things I wish I had done different. And then this way, when I look back at the end of the month and I look back at the end of the quarter and I look back at the end of the year, I can look around and say, okay, here's all the amazing things that I accomplished for the day. I accomplished for the year. I accomplished for the week, the month, whatever I'm looking at. I can look at that and say, wow, look at all the great things that happened. Because part of what I struggle with is always keeping a positive attitude when and not feeling like I'm not hitting where I want to. I'm not doing what's great. I'm not succeeding where I want to be. And so this way it lets me do that. And then I go into the next month and I'm like, oh my God, I have my 500. And oh my God, I did this. And look at my paycheck was this. And oh my gosh, my team of whatever, okay, my island of misfits, we were all active. Oh my God, how exciting is that? Because I'm able to focus on the positives. And the things that don't work for me, I say, okay, you know what? I don't need to do those again. They didn't work this week. They didn't work today. They didn't work last month. You know what? I'm just not going to do them. I'm not going to I'm not going to try those this month. Maybe I'll try them in 6 months. Maybe I'll do it again later on. But that's how I do it. That is truly my thing. I do have it on Google Sheets, like this down as a Google Sheets. And then I also have it on my iPad. I have it under, I have it on my iPad as, so like I can carry this with me. I can carry my phone. I can carry wherever. I have it digitally and it all syncs up together. So yeah, that's me.
I love that you are reevaluating and you're looking for one, just at your day to see what's good and what, what you could
Yeah.
do better. But then overall, like, what are the tasks that I'm doing that are not working? And then just know that you need to try something else. Okay, so if you
Yeah.
had to list some of those IPAs, some of those income producing activities, well, I was gonna say, like, can you read back over some of your sticky notes, but you do your little dopamine hit and you crunch them up. So
Yeah, I do.
so can
I have a list
can
of a
you
hundred.
list,
I have a list of 100. I'd be more than happy to share.
do you have
But
it with you to go over, or like can you think of a
yeah.
few?
Oh,
And
I
then
I I have them.
if you have them in your brain, tell us some of the things that you are doing that get you that 500 PRV, and then send me the list and I'll post it for everybody.
Okay. So, top 20, and these are customer sales focused. By the way, that is one thing you have to know about me. I break it down into like different sections for what they are based on. So these are just my top 20 customer sale focused. I call it get that money. And so text 5 customers with a limited time offer. Follow up with customers who ordered 30, 60, 90 days ago. Send a voice message. Guys, if you're on Project Broadcast, you can drop a voicemail to them. And I know we've done a training last year sometime where we were talking about different ways to reach out about sales and stuff like that. And one of them, somebody said, drop a voice message, okay? And you don't respond back to them. Guys, I do that all the time. I like the sale for today that launched the puddles and pedals or whatever it's called. I literally ran out of time, so I literally called on my Project Broadcast and I dropped that, and I literally dropped it in their voicemail, and I got $200 in sales today just because I was like, I forgot to send a text message. I forgot emails. I forgot all of that. I forgot to post because it's Easter week. And I'm going to be honest, I was more focused on what was going on in my family than worrying about what was launching today. So I literally dropped that at 8:08 this morning and I had $200 because people are like, oh my God, Mary Sarah called me. So there you go. Drop personalized product recommendations via direct message. Send a text message and say, hey, I know you really love lemon and citrus and verbena lush, so have you tried mixing Mystery Man cocoa, lime, and squeeze a day? You're gonna love it. Try it. Create and send a shoppable cart link. post a send of the day with a buy link and personal testimony. I send that actually probably out the most um, from the 16th through the end of the month for the following month, because that's, cent of the month kind of thing. And so I send that as out as a text message.
Really not anything how I thought it was going to turn out, but it's exactly what I wanted. It does look pretty though.
Hey,
That's a little bit
somebody,
lighter than what I
somebody
wanted,
who's talking,
but
you're not
allows.
muted. Jacqueline, can you mute them if you're listening?
I'm so glad that I do that all the time. I offer, one of my favorite things to do is offer a 5-minute personal shopping session. So literally I call it buy 5 and 5. So I get on with somebody, and it's like my favorite way to party. And I'm going to be honest, I party this way. And I get on a Zoom call or a video, and I have 5 products. And I literally talk to like, let's say, Amy, you're my host, right? And you invited Jacqueline and Delinda and Cindy and like 2 more people, right? And so we're in a party and we're on Zoom, and I say, okay, I'm going to show you five products. Let me know what you think. Ask any questions you have at the end. And so for 5 minutes, I talk about the 5 products. Okay, so wax, oil, pods, whatever. Okay, and then we literally shop for everybody has 5 minutes to shop, and you have a link, and I literally talk for 5 minutes about 5 products. That is one of my favorite ways to A, shop, and B, I get to know new people and what they like, and we're having a conversation. Okay. And I say this because I hate talking to people. If you know me, I do not like to adult, do not like to go outside. I do not like to deal with the outside world. But this way, I feel like I'm not doing that. So it's like totally fine in my way. You can always host a Facebook or text party. I just got done doing an Easter egg hunt but I did it Scentsy style. So I hid like an Easter egg through the entire party, and everybody had to go find it. And it was all through text message, and people had like a great time doing that. Vendor booths, um, delivering samples with handwritten notes and QR codes, share before and after pictures of cleaned warmers. That I do a lot, especially with our cleaning products. Email a 1-to-1 scent quiz. I do that once a month on the 3rd of every month. My customers in my system get an email that says, hey, here's this month's quiz, answer it and get entered into a drawing. And it's literally a quiz about a fragrance, and it could be any fragrance. And it might not be one that's current. It might be one from 3 years ago. It's whatever one I picked out of my testers. I have a whole big box of testers, and it's whatever one I pull out of, and then I put that. So yeah, I run a smell this or that poll with my customers. So literally I send out, this is actually one that's going out, and it's 10 testers, and I send it to 5 people each week, and they smell it. And I actually I block it so they can't see the names of what it is. And they have a little rat card, and they sit there and they take it, or they can do it digitally and submit it to me. And then it's a smell this or that, and whichever ones they like, I give them the link for. You can always do your sniff at shop, mail thank you cards, promote a link in your neighborhood group. I just found out that my neighborhood, because I don't really have like a normal neighborhood, it's like we have a neighborhood, but we don't have a neighborhood. So we actually just started our own Facebook group, and everybody had to introduce themselves. And I was like, I sell Scentsy. I'm not going to come around to you and say, hey, would you like to buy some? But if you want smell goods, I'm here. Come talk to me. And I've actually got to know a lot more of my neighbors that way. And then my other one is post a warmer today. So every day, like I send out a text message every day of a different warmer and what I like about it. And then that starts a conversation with people and things like that. Like I'm more about I'd rather text you and have a conversation with you versus say, hey, would you like to buy something? That's just,
And when
I'm
you say
past
you
that.
send a text message out, you're not sending a text to everybody, right? You're just talking to one, or you send a text to all your customers every day?
So I actually have, I use Project Broadcast. So with my Project Broadcast, I have it broken down into different people. Like I have some customers that the only time they actually want to hear from me is 4 times a year. I have other customers like my customer Vicky. I love her to death. She literally wants to hear about everything. So she literally gets a message every single day from me, like 5 times a day, and she loves it. But I will tell you, she is also that customer. We've all had that one customer that spends like buku dollars, and she's like, I don't want to join Sensei. I don't want to be a team member. I just want to support you. And she's not related to me. I literally met her through a party and she and I just clicked. And I'm a straight shooter and I have dropped the F word on her so many times on accident. And she has sat there and laughed. She goes, I love your language. So yeah, it's things like that. It's like it depends on who they are. I have some customers that only want to know about flash sales. I have other ones that only want to do the quiz. I have ones that only want to know about what's in the whiff box, what the scent of the month is, what the warmer of the month is. I have other ones that are just like, send me what you want and I'll respond if I want to. And I usually keep those to like, they get like one, maybe two. And then, but I will say every single holiday, my entire project broadcast address book gets a message from me. And it is nothing to do with Scentsy. Like yesterday's the one I sent out said, he has risen. Whatever is plaguing you, whatever is on your mind, whatever is driving you crazy, leave it at the door and start over. It is a season of renewal. And I sent that out to 278 people, and I heard back from all but 8. And those 8 happened to be my family. So yeah, I heard from them on FaceTime. So I count them. But yeah.
Okay, so a couple people said, how do you keep track of who do you text? So maybe you can just do a brief explanation of how Project Broadcast,
So
like how
I
you can get
actually,
people.
wait, hold on. Ask the question again.
Sorry, they're saying how do you keep track of who gets what text? Like you've got the people who you do 4 times a year, the ones who do flash
Oh,
sales.
okay.
So you talk about Project Broadcast, or do you do it on the workstation? Like how do you
So
do it?
I actually have it in threefolds. I am one, I will tell you guys, and my Island of Misfitters know me. Um, I I have it in 3 different ways. Okay. So I actually track them all on a Google Sheet. I'm gonna be honest, they're all on a Google Sheet because if the workstation goes down, my phone goes down, or I lose pieces of paper because my cats decided they were gonna, have a temper tantrum today. I want to be able to still see it. So it's all on Google Sheets. I also have Project Broadcast because if I ever chose not to use Project Broadcast, that's a whole lot of crazy that I'm gonna have to export. So I do have it tagged on Project Broadcast and it's a little thing. But then I also have it on Trello. And I have a card on Trello for each and every one of my customers, and it tells me what they like, when their last purchase was, and all of that. So yes, I have it 3 different ways. I am crazy. I will admit I am crazy. I
Just you got your method and you are rocking it, and this is good for you.
Yes.
But I want everyone to know you can use on Project Broadcast, if you're doing that, you can like have like tags where you group
Yeah.
people together with, and so then you can say, okay, I want to text everybody that has this tag, and it works that way. Similarly, on the workstation now, this is such a cool feature, and we didn't have this until what,
Till
6
what? Like the
months?
last couple months?
Yeah, and so you can go in and you can put tags for your customers. You can say Disney, local, Harry
Yes.
Potter.
Sensi Connect is amazing, and I am starting to add that in. But because that's so new, I'm still like, I don't know. Like I'm shy about using it because I
Well,
know
you
how
may
my
not need to add a fourth thing, Mary Sarah. You got your stuff
probably
going.
not, but
You
but
got your
Carrie,
way it's working.
yes, but to the biggest thing is I track it. My Google um my Google sheet is a mix of like 900 different people, and I've taken things from everybody that has given me one, and I have created my own little thing. And yes, but Google Sheets, and then I actually now have it hooked up to my Chat GPT.
Oh, that's cool.
And I have Sensi Connect connected to my Google Sheets. through ChatGPT. Yes. Yes.
Okay. Does anybody have any more questions? Because we've hit 8:30. And Mary Sarah,
I
you've got
am
to
so
send your
sorry.
list. No, this has been perfect. Send your list
I
that
will.
you just like read from and you said you had more, because those are all great ideas. And then from there, people might comment and want you to elaborate on what some of that
And
is.
you can always reach me on Facebook. Like, please ask questions. I talk really fast. That's just me. I talk really, really fast. So I probably dropped like half of what I wanted to say, but ask questions. I'm an open book and I'll tell you how it is. So there you go. Thank you for having me tonight. And thank you for letting me do this. I'm so
Thank you so
excited.
much. Hey, Cindy, I see you unmuted. Did you want to say something?
Hi,
I did.
Cindy.
Hi, Love Bug. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. So I am actually in the middle of customizing my fundraiser from Wendy Heath New Gas, because my whole thing is, why reinvent the wheel when hers is so
Yes.
kick butt? And like I had the one for 24. I didn't have the current one, and I sent her a message last night, and she popped her Google link, and you know she's super sweet, and I mean, she doesn't care who
No.
uses it. She just wants to bless people. But I mean, don't reinvent the wheel. Just take
No.
hers, and it's gorgeous.
Cindy, I agree. And honestly, hers is easy to use.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's one of those self-explanatory ones that you don't have to ask a whole lot of questions. Like, you can look at it and be like, oh, I have to do this. Oh, I have to do this. Like, and I love hers for that. And her gracious heart giving it, I was like, I don't I have so many other crazy things going on in my life. That was one I was not going to worry about. She
Yeah.
has it for me.
Yeah.
Can
And
you guys share the fundraiser, like the Google link?
yeah, I will. And
With
she actually
Jack?
has 8 different fundraisers on the main page. And so you click on whether you want the scent circle, the fragrance flower, whatever, and she has everything broken down. I mean, it's
That's what we
phenomenal.
want. Will you send that to
Yeah.
me? And if she's, I think she has maybe a YouTube training, but I don't, if anybody has to
It
quickly do
does.
that,
It
we can
does.
share both of those in one post. I can post
Okay.
it or Jack can post it.
Yeah, I'll be glad to.
Okay, anything else? We didn't touch too much on fundraisers, but fundraisers are a
Sorry.
really great way. It's fine. You're good. You had so much. So fundraisers are a really great way to hit that high PRV. And then what you do is you're giving a portion or all of your commission for that. But if you can reach out to sports organizations, student stuff for school and out of school, you can do fundraisers for anybody who's looking for money. Like one time I did a fundraiser for a woman who was trying to get a service dog for her son who had type 1 diabetes. So you can do a fundraiser, and I run them sometimes just like a basket party, and I let them keep my commission. But what I see is happening is that I'm getting new customers because I'm able to follow up with those guests that she had. Even though I'm giving my commission, it's a really great way to grow your business. Okay, Delinda says I have a new goal for $122 every day till the end of the month. Why is it
Seriously.
122? Is that to make up for the days that you missed?
I think she said yes.
Yes. Okay. All right,
Yeah.
Jack's back. You want to close it out?
Sure can. That was awesome. I was multitasking. I was packing as I was listening to you. So I'm gonna have to rewatch this probably on the plane and take notes. But Mary, you were fantastic. So I'm so thankful that you shared your knowledge to us tonight. I feel like it was one of those calls too that people will probably listen to at least 1 or 2 more times just because there was so much information and it was really good information. So thank you, thank you, thank you. We appreciate you. I will get this uploaded to YouTube and I'll get this posted on our Mindset Monday page. So that way you guys can share it with your teams, rewatch it if you want. But yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. Next week we have next week's our leadership chat, isn't it, Amy?
Mm-hmm.
We won't have mindset next week. And then the next week we have our mindset will be April 5th. And Amy's looking up the topic right now. I always put her
On May 5th, our topic
May,
is
yes.
working to get yourself promoted.
Yeah.
Or working on your front line, getting promoted to lead. Like how to do it, ways to encourage your front line, or we're going to encourage you if you're not there yet and you want to learn how to get that promotion.
Yes. So make sure you mark your calendars for May. Yeah, you said May 5th, right? Cinco de Mayo, grab a margarita, grab some tacos, and join us for Cinco de Mayo on Mindset Monday. So we love you guys. Thanks for joining us. It was good to see all your faces tonight. And don't worry, May 5th, if I get anything really cool I can share, I will share all the goods with you guys on May 5th as well from Summit. So love you guys. Have a great night, and we will chat with you guys later. Bye,
Bye.
everyone.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.